by the looks of it, going off of the speedracing.tv, the race has actually started. Should be setting up soon.
Yeah, he's actually, the thing that he's probably most well known for speedrunning wise is Super Metroid. Being actually a top runner in that game. But we are off. We are starting about 20 to 30 seconds of mashing text at the very start of this run.
Just pretty much getting the blessings from our beloved uncle. Fare thee well.
Yeah, at the start of the game here, we're just going through the basic escape sequence. It's kind of a rite of passage for runners. It's not super difficult to get through, but it is hard to do well. There's a lot of places where you can gain time by mashing, a technique used commonly to save time when moving on north and east directions.
Yeah, it's small little intricacies like that that will save you frames, but in the course of an entire run, which in this case can last upwards to like an hour 20 minutes, an hour 30 minutes, all of that really tends to add up, and it counts just as much as how any small little minor mistakes will accumulate, and they would also, you know, take a toll on your time.
Yeah, and with the runners entering here, there's actually a bit of RNG in the escape. The guards are pretty much completely random. There's nothing you can do. They're just gonna move around.
I mean, they were pretty generous there. Not necessarily any jukes of hazard going on.
There's a lot of way to do this first room, and they're pretty much all fine. Trying to get the guard down at the bottom is the best way, obviously, because then you're just sitting there waiting for the key. You don't have the boomerang just yet for that first room, so you do have to manually pick up the key.
Yeah, boomerang's actually coming up in a few rooms over.
Which, even though it's not required for literally anything, it actually saves quite a bit of time in the run.
It's an actual safe item because it does have the properties of stunning enemies. And of course, it has the ability to grab small items like that, like the keys.
Keys, rupees is another one you'll see. Sometimes people throw it out to grab a 20.
Yeah, I think an important part that the boomerang plays can also be seen when you visit Agate Tower.
Yep.
Yeah. It's such it's like a safety item. Oh, you really need to make good use of that boomerang. Don't take it for granted, please. I mean, it's been there throughout your entire childhood.
On top of that, it doesn't like slow down the screen like another certain weapon. It could be, but we don't need that one.
Oh right, so. No, that. I know which one you're talking about. It really doesn't interrupt anything at all.
Yeah, you can use it while moving. I think unlike some other weapons, you do actually full stop. Or actually, like most weapons, you do full stop, but it can be used really fast. You'll see the top runners use the boomerang in some very interesting ways.
And thankfully, none of the runners ended up dying to that ball and chain. And I'm not even talking about, marriage. I'm talking about being committed to that ball and chain guard, trying to rescue Zelda.
Yeah. So, moving on, we do have Zelda in tow after ball and chain guard. Both runners opt in to grab a pot and slash in it instead of doing the 8 slash. They're pretty much the same amount of time, from what I've been told.
Now, I know that earlier you mentioned how it's pretty much the rite of passage. You really don't have any since you start off with no items, it can be a little difficult to really optimize your movement. Generally, really good runners try to aim for a sub 6 escape.
Yeah, top runners, and that's because the movement in the escape is not only super important, it's difficult because you don't have the like super fast options.
Yeah, so of course you lack. I was about to say speed booster, but you do lack the ability to dash.
Yeah, you don't have dash. You don't have bow.
You don't have hook shot and to hook over to like certain blocks or like pots.
And your sword can't even kill all the enemies.
Oh, Keku with a little bit of that mouse RNG. Whew.
Yeah, in theory, you should just be able to hold on to that wall and be fine. But as you can see here, these rats, they don't obey anyone. So you just gotta deal with them where they come. Not that they don't deal a lot of damage. I think they only deal a quarter heart. So like their first hit damage doesn't even show up.
Good times though on the escape here. Joe just pulling just a teensy bit ahead. Gonna master a little bit of dialogue. A lot of people like to talk in this game. We're just trying to watch, trying to experience the speed run.
Joe picked up the Saint heart. That is an optional heart, but you will probably see it in every single Swiss stage match, and
Yeah.
probably a few of the early brackets. But when we get into those later bracket stages, we're gonna see a few of the best runners skip that heart to gain the 2 seconds, because they will need it. This game is optimized like insanely.
I am confident that Joe is pretty much secure in taking a few safeties, simply for the fact that he is the runner that with the better seed and of course the better time. So it's going to be up to Keku to really try to play his heart out and try to make up on some time, take advantage of whatever Joe might not be able to do, but we should be in for a really good race nonetheless.
Yeah. And getting through this spot, the Armos statue there is there's quite a few ways to get past that one that you have to wait for anyway. You either throw the boomerang at him as he spawns and just walk through him. You also slash him, and when you slash an enemy, it removes their hitbox. They can't hurt you anymore. Well, for about a second, just enough in that case to walk through him.
Yeah.
You might actually see that a few times in the run where we will use like those damage hits. So we're going to hit an enemy but not kill it. Very few unforced kills happen in this game. It depends on which. Oh, Joe throws a pot at the spawn and inside the wall skeleton.
Yeah.
So that room. One thing about that room is it's not actually based on a timer. Some people think it is, but it's actually just purely based on your movement. If you do the same thing every time, no matter how fast you do it, you will only ever spawn 2. But it's pretty common to see runners.
I think it's hitting certain
that
tiles, right?
Yeah, it's hitting a specific tile, and it's just because it's putting the skeletons in places that they can't actually spawn, and essentially the game is like, yeah, I can't put this enemy here. As you can see there, they still spawn for a moment, and you can kill them while they're in their spawn animation. That was interesting to see in a real scenario.
I know what it is, but sometimes in that dark room, it does kind of irk me just a teensy bit when I see that the little Tangela is in my way.
Whoa, okay, that was a really good anti-fairy damage boost from both runners.
Yeah. That actually tends to kill some runs from time to time if you get a really bad D boost and then it all goes haywire.
It honestly looked like Joe just kind of walked into it. Like he it looked like he just kept walking forward the way he dodges. That was really sick. NMG is going to. I think any NMG match should be on Speed Demon 1 through like 5 at this point. 5 seems like it's starting to be a little bit more active. But Joe picked up all of the arrows. Keku didn't pick up the arrow on the right side of the main lobby. So he'll be 5 arrows short, but he might pick up another one. He doesn't need it, and that one's safety.
I like to think of these hours as HBO hours, so essentially you're getting HBO quality races right now. With this race, kekumanshoyu versus JoeDamillio. And an excellent opener over here on the Armos boss.
Yeah, and he's doing the quick strat, Joe. Kekudin bounced around a bit.
Let's see if he can still recover. Should be fine. He just needs to play it just a bit safe. Keku running out of arrows. I guess a good safety would be to just kind of step away and slash. Of course, the intended strats. Yeah. Now that red Armos does have its health reset if you let it. If you're able to snipe it just in time, like how JoeDamillio did with his quick kill, essentially, yeah. He won't get the life back.
Another thing is that guy actually takes less damage from Master Sword level attacks. It's some weird oddity with all the Light World bosses. They take less damage or the same damage. Oh, they don't? Okay, so it's the same damage, but it's still slower to spin. You want to stand below and slash. I want to say that Armos takes less damage, but it might just be that it's the same damage and spinning is really bad because it's slower.
Just for that specific boss, is it?
Yeah, I think it's that specific boss.
Yeah, because I think from what I've heard is that spin slashes do the sword upgrade damage.
And
is that correct?
Yep.
And then a poke would be the sword downgrade, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. That is how that works. And then dashes do the sword damage. They also have a special property that some advanced runners will abuse to basically force a fairy drop very late in the game. It's a very, it's actually pretty advanced because it requires you to, kill very specific enemies in a specific order and, never have to kill something extra. And that is whenever you dash an enemy, it preserves the drop table. So it won't advance it, so we basically store the drop table for a pokey to get a fairy very, very late in the game. Because pokies and guards are on the same drop table for whatever reason.
So all those times that you've heard about RNG manipulation being used as an excuse, well, this time it's no excuse. It's legitimately in order to have a fairy drop to their advantage.
Yeah. So Keku trying to show off spin speed. Spin speed is a technique you're going to see a few times. If you spin and then release and then hit a dash on the frame that you release your spin, you will basically go at the speed, the fastest speed of a dash, until you jump or use a weapon. Or dash again, or hit a stream transition. It's really cool to see. Really cool technique from Joe there, doing 2 poke dashes and then dashing through that guy.
Yeah, that strat is actually fairly difficult. But I guess you're able to maintain your poke if you kind of hold your sword out and then dash. Is that correct?
Yeah, the poke dashing's really hard, but it's used in a few places in the run to save time. You'll see it from the top runners during Ganon, actually, is the time when it might be used the most. Ice Armos, I believe, also has a poke dash. Strat, or sorry, not ice armors. Cold
Cold
Stare.
Stare, yeah, I have seen Cold Stare.
And
That's a pretty tricky.
Mothula, the quit kill involves starting with a poke dash. Or sometimes just bonking, because it's... Yeah, that boss sucks. We'll get to him later. Right now we're actually in the other boss that really, really sucks. And that is... Lamos will be soon. He's rough, because we don't have a weapon that is both high damage and also accurate on him. He's also RNG. The movement in Desert is actually pretty satisfying. It's just a lot of like well done dashes.
Dashes, yeah.
Yeah, and dashing is always fun. And it feels good to do dashing correctly. Like find the right lines, not bonk, slip through the cracks. That was really good room for Keku. He dashed to get the second guy and it worked out really well for him.
I like that Joe is actually playing fairly safe. He's just going with consistent maneuvers. He's not really trying to risk, for example, the spin speed outside of as he's trying to go to the second part of the dungeon.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure he knows he has a quite a healthy lead. Anything can happen, but at the very least, Joe's performance is top notch.
So Joe is going to go into this fight with 28 arrows, and we'll probably leave with significantly less. Arrows do more damage than a sword, but it's harder to do. This fight... There it is. So he set up basically a way to guarantee, and see, that was a quick hop, and that's why the RNG is so bad in this fight. Sometimes they'll just hop into the ground a little bit.
Already downing one of the...
Wow, really good.
There goes the second one.
Wow,
and the third one. What? That is a beautiful, beautiful fight.
That was a nice 3-cycle. Wow.
Keku just entered his second part of the dungeon and should be approaching the land molas fairly soon.
Yeah, that was just really, that was insane. I was worried there that the Moldorm, because the first one did two like really short. He did the shortest short jump, and then he did another pretty short jump. So
yeah, being able to get any arrows in general during those short little hops is not the easy feat at all.
And I think he actually did get one. He got two on, even though it was a short hop.
Yeah.
So like he didn't get a slash in. Like he was doing really good at combining his slashes with that. Oh, and a perfectly done. Wow.
That's one for the Olympics. If anything, that was a quality dive.
Yeah, that was
fake flippers.
Yeah, wow. Bufferless did it perfect. Oh, unfortunately. Again, enemy RNG is huge in this game.
Alright, so Keku has one of the land molas down. He should be set. If you do happen to miss an arrow, it's quite alright to just follow through with some sword slashes. Obviously, anything to get the most amount of damage. Wow, alright. That worked. That was perfect. RNG manipulation for Keku. Two birds with one sword.
You know, that spin put Keku right in the spot to shoot two arrows. That was really cool.
Joe does not want to get trolled by any of these squirrels, by the way. It looks to be safe. Already stunned the one.
So what did here is Death Mountain. When we say enemy RNG, this is the place. Those cabbages dropping off the mountain, they can hit you, deal full heart of damage. The dead rocks or squirrels, as some people will just call them, they can get in your way, and when you hit them with anything, they just stop. And they stop for a significant amount of time. So you just want to not hit them unless you know for a fact that they will go away from your path, because they will just block, and their hitbox is absolutely huge. You cannot get past them.
Joe has now entered Hera, Tower of Hera, that is. And this dungeon is something else. I would say that this is a pretty tough segment. I find that personally, though.
Yeah, and so right here we have the coffee break room, tile room. It's just, there's a lot of ways you can do it. You can either keep active, or you can, some runners will actually throw their boomerang and then dash and land right on the right spot. It's pretty sweet. I've seen Zelda do it. I've seen a few of the other top runners do it.
Yeah, the optimal strat here is to wait as fast as you can while taking out these tiles.
Yeah. Basically, wait and then throw out a boomerang for the last one to kill it a little bit sooner. Because as soon as it's dead, it doesn't have to hit the wall or anything. It just has to be gone.
So we're picking up his key here, and then warping right back to the beginning, getting this big key. Keku is going to be approaching Tower of Hera fairly soon.
Another thing you might see in that room a few times is you might see a runner or three die in that room intentionally to basically simulate the mirror. Now, we never went over any of the category rules, but we are playing no major glitches, no save and quit, which is the kind of main category for Link to the Past. So we can do some minor glitches like speed, like spin speed, hook speed, things like that. Bomb jumps, those are all fine. You can't go out of bounds, that kind of thing. What we also can't do is use the save and quit menu to teleport back to Link's house, the sanctuary, or Old Man, or the pyramid.
Yeah, those are major glitches. I'm just getting another nine. It's just not part of the run.
It's just to add in some extra like movement, which is nice because it actually adds to the skill of the game.
Well,
movement is hard.
I mean, you, on top of that, it really, like, if you were to do that, I feel it would interrupt the flow of the game too.
Yeah.
Like, you'd have to like pause and then, you know, save and quit, whatever, and then you start back at certain points.
But yeah, I'd also like to point out how like, wow, that was insane.
Really good Moldor.
Another thing that poke dashes do, there's so much to this game. So poke dashes, when you just poke it in there and then he dashes through Moldarm, he's basically abusing frames, like invincibility frames. And you can just dash through Moldarm. Moldarm's hitbox is actually not too bad. And Keku getting through there, he had 3 hearts coming in here. He didn't take any damage on the tower room. He didn't take any damage on those skeletons, so he's doing actually pretty okay. As much as some people will affectionately call Moldarm Troldarm, it's actually not. It's almost entirely up to you to do that boss correctly. Although sometimes it's more that his patterns are hard to learn than anything.
And Joe's going to be heading to pick up the Master Sword. Just a few seconds away, getting his rupee route, of course, set up.
Yeah, so the way that this works is he's basically, the triples will have drops at, I think it is 1 kill, and then 4 kills with taken damage, 4 kills without taken damage.
Oh, that bush card though.
Yeah, but that bush card can mess it up real bad.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest thing.
Uh-huh.
And getting the Master Sword right here.
Only to head into another fairly tough segment. Now, I just barely started learning this game just last week, and it really does surprise me how much there is like going on throughout the course of a run in the background. I didn't know that there was like the whole manipulation of drops.
Yeah, this run at the like top level, you could write an extremely long video on how to do it. Oh wait, those exist. So if you've ever wanted to learn this game, there are so many resources. There's like an 8-hour tutorial by Andy. There's like, I think that there's one guy who basically made a video encyclopedia of this game for getting sub 130. It's insane. And Keck, that fight was like tight. Key almost fell down that center hole a few times. He's going for the Hera spin speed. He gets it. There it is. Jumping down that line. I love jumping down that staircase, by the way.
Is that the longest drop? Or is there one longer?
I think it's the longest drop in the game, yeah. I can't think of a place where you can drop further than that. It's just fun to see him drop for like actually an extended period of time. But both runners decided to go for this rupee route. There is another one. It's just a little bit slower, and that is you pick up money from Sastrilla.
It's an excellent room right there with the Knights.
Oh, there. So there it is.
Oh,
JoeDamillio showing off what we were talking about earlier. Or I was. He was basically doing that dash there to manipulate the.
Well, he doesn't want to kill. Yeah. Because I think it's dashing into. Yeah. You don't dash. I think dashing doesn't count towards those kills. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So essentially, by dashing and killing them, that's something Damon actually taught me too. He was going through about what you want to do, what is optimally, and to not really affect your potential rupee route.
Now, I will mention that fall there, probably Joe mentioned that his controller, his D-pad was having a bit of issues. So that movement there is probably his D-pad.
And then this is the place. Something about a prize pack. Is that correct? Something about the drops that might ultimately affect you later in the course of the run. I think it's Turtle Rock.
Yeah. That's as I mentioned. Oh wow, that was really good double. So the RNG in that room can either be that the guard walks down or they walks left, and if he walks left, you have to deal with him, and it's actually pretty hard for new runners. That's a really good. I'm gonna steal that technique to throw in the boomerang. Again, the boomerang. This is where it saves time. On top of all the key grabs that we get, it's insane.
And bless RNG for Joe. He's hoping the less blue balls in this fight, the better his time would be, of course, to complete it. Keku's about to get started.
Grab an extra bases. He is really short. He must have taken damage. I don't know where he's going to get 50 more. I don't know the game well enough to know where the backups are.
The backups,
yeah.
I guess he might show it off. He might have something in, like, up his sleeve, and he'll probably pull out 100, which is obviously not possible. But
why does slashing the door sound like a bush? And why have I only just noticed that now?
I don't know. I actually do not know. Uh-oh, yeah. Okay, good.
Oh yeah, okay. People in chat pointing out you can just mirror Sastrilla.
Oh, after POD?
Yeah. Well, no, before POD. You need it before.
Oh, right before. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just mirror. You can actually mirror right into his door. It's awesome. That is a thing that I should have remembered as I play this game in a different form that we'll not discuss today.
Joe is finally felled the wicked Aga 1. We've got business to attend to later with his second phase, but for now, let's get started on those dungeons in the Dark World. Oh wow, Keku almost fell, but he clutched it, saved it through.
That was a little spooky. So here we are. We are in the Dark World. The game kind of picks up from here. It is more interesting. It gets harder. Actually, I don't even know about that. It just Lammolis feels like the peak of the run sometimes in difficulty for me. But that's because I'm really bad. But once I have the Master Sword, I suddenly get a boost of confidence.
Yeah, you feel like you're, I don't know, 7 years older, wiser, mature, potent. I know, I share that same feeling, actually.
Did you have a bit of issues in the double red guard room?
That's, again, like you mentioned, that's a really tough room if it all goes a little different than you expect.
Guards are weird.
Yeah, guards are weird. They hide in bushes, they kind of walk back and forth, and they don't even notice you.
If you ever want to see an interesting thing, there's a video that shows their sight lines and how they move, and why sometimes they just aggro you from 12 miles away, and other times you're in front of their face and they don't like aggro. It's interesting.
Yeah, that's actually really true, because I think it's it was in this one in Agate Tower where you dash to kill the bats, and then sometimes the guards will notice you and detect you, and other times they don't. It's really
they basically sweep left to right over and over again, like with a vision. It's actually a sprite that's invisible on the screen. So in this dungeon, we might probably see Joe go for the bomb jump. Thank you, Greenham, with the video. It's pretty interesting. That sprite lays the screen real bad when there's a lot of guards, too. That invisible sprite.
So definitely, the hammer jump is really the highlight of this particular dungeon.
It's probably one of the highlights of the run, honestly. It's one of the cooler tricks. It's also fast. It's zoom.
Pretty much. I think in this route, as opposed to like not going for it, doesn't it save 35 seconds or
45? Well, maybe 35 sounds right. I know that you can pause buffer it 31 times before losing time on it. That's a lot of pause buffers.
Oh, yeah, that is a lot of pause buffers. I feel like I might try to go for that instead.
Every time somebody has they're like, why do you know that it's that number? And it's just because it's a funny number to me. 31 is interesting.
And JoeDamillio, of course, first try with the hammer jump. Nice done, well jobbed. Just trying to press those buttons of the game as quickly as possible. He's trying to make up some time.
Yeah, Joe's just going for all of the consistent shots. It's pretty sick. Like, sometimes you can learn much, especially in this game. I think you learn more probably from watching people who are in a more reasonable time frame than, say, watching the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5 runners. Those people have something going on.
To be honest, it's really something like big to admire about runners that go with the more consistent strats, because that really drives the point home that you can do the safe strats and still get really good times. You know, it's not about really always having to show off, even though you might always want to, but more so the fact that you can speedrun this game. Oh look, Keku's actually getting his backup right now.
Yeah.
But more so the fact that you can actually execute the strats feeling comfortable, being able to just execute the rooms as quickly as you possibly can.
Yeah, one thing is he's going for consistent shots, but he hasn't picked up a single safety yet. So he's not only doing all of these consistent, but not necessarily the fastest strats, but he is nailing what he's doing. He is not screwing up. He doesn't need the safeties. He's going for the harder version of this fight.
Yeah.
So if you hold out your sword, you actually don't bounce back, which is a lot easier to kill him. but it's a lot slower. Like really, really slow.
But at the same time, he's going for the. Ooh, okay, there he is. Yeah, the more safe method. I know some top runners try to like get really close and intimate with the Helmasaur and try to hammer his face in. But that's actually really getting really, really close, and you can risk dying to death.
With that, the first crystal cutscene. So we're gonna get 7 of these, and they're pretty long.
Good little times to kind of take a rest, you know, physically, mentally, just kind of give yourself some time to plan the next course of action that you're willing to take. So yeah, while you're mashing your A button, actually, I think you can mash a whole bunch of buttons, right?
Yeah, you can mash all of the face buttons. Maybe the arrows. That was a thing in like that in the NES era. You used to be able to mash arrows. I don't know if this game is part of that. I know every early Final Fantasy, arrows advance text for some reason.
My Keku's approaching his favorite part of the run. So I'm practicing his hammer jump earlier as well.
Really nice there, Game Pass. That murdered Actyl sometimes just snipes you. Actually, I don't think you can if you do it right, but he'll snipe you otherwise. Oh yeah, there's another minor glitch, and that's hammer dashing or item dashing. You can hold dash and, or sorry, you can press dash and Y at the same time to use a Y item while moving.
One more pixel. Oh, 2 more pixel. Oh, 1 more pixel. Oh, you're there, Geku. All right, he's good. What?
Oh.
Was he a pixel off in his initial bomb placement?
Yeah, I can't do this trick at all.
Let me take a look. I think. Hold on, let me inspect that. Because I know Yeah, I don't think he's gonna risk it anymore, which is a good idea. He doesn't really want to fall behind, but good attempts nonetheless, Keku.
Yeah, that trick is not easy. Nope, small key is in the right hand door there. Yeah, the also thing is if you don't remember where that key is, in the it can be rough. I've said that my goal is to get my goal in this game. It's not world record or anything. It's to get sub 130. Without doing hammer dash. That's my goal.
Oh really? Wait, why is that? Why no hammer
dash? I can't do that jump. I've tried. I spent 3 hours learning it. It did not work. So that's my goal in life.
Well, that's actually, I mean, sub 130 is a respectable time.
But these guys are doing this with all the tricks, and it is pretty awesome.
Oh look, Runner Watcher. What's up, man? Always good to see you.
But yeah, that trick's really, really hard. Joe made it look like, whoa, that trick's easy. Anyone can do it. Nope. Very difficult. Keku, respectable attempt. I'm not sure. I don't know why he didn't get that first time. I was with you. I thought he had the pistols lined up. That looked right.
Pretty sure he did. But chat was saying something along the lines that maybe he was the bomb was a little too far off to the right, which also can influence whether you make it or not.
And Keku could have death warped by placing a bomb during the chest, and didn't, so he is playing this a little bit risky. Probably no behind. I know he's watching, because we had his audio on for a second, and it was on speed gaming. So, there might be some people here who have only ever watched the randomizer tournament. In non-randomizer tournaments, you absolutely are encouraged to watch your opponent. You can decide to employ safer or riskier strats depending on where you are in the run.
I mean, the turtles end up like hurting pretty good. You don't want to touch any of them, and then entering, unless it gets for whatever reason a heart. This Helmasaur fight should be a little It's gonna be clutch.
Yeah.
But here's hoping. Here's praying. Bless RNG.
So you can't get any hearts off the turtles. I think they're in a pool that doesn't drop hearts. At least I don't think I've ever seen them drop any.
I don't think so either. No.
I think they're in the rupee pool with like the Tandalas.
Joe handling the hellway.
Okay, yeah, that room's rough. There's a pixel where you can dash straight through, and it works pretty much every time. Sometimes those invisible fairy guys, I don't know what to call them, they will actually just be in your way, unfortunately.
Okay. Oh my gosh, Keku. Come on, you can do this, man. Gotta smash, Hulk smash the face.
He's doing it the safer way. Oh, come on! The close fireball. Helmasaur.
But he was able to play it safe, dodging.
I don't know, he might have been able to hit it one more time. If you break... Oh no, he wasn't there. If he's counting, it's 17 hits. You can despawn like he did there. He was counting. So you can despawn that, and...
He should be safe. He should be alright now.
Yeah, Helmasaur deals
there we go.
In that phase. So I think Helmasaur only deals 1 heart, luckily. So you have a few even for him. That was really good, considering he had such little health. Oh, I guess we take Dashin at like almost for granted. You only save time with dashes if you go at least 4.5 squares.
Okay,
if you ever wonder why they don't dash, yeah, it's 4.5. So, for example, that if you want a really good thing, I think that those cells are like 5 squares apart. So if you do perfect dashing in that room, you save time by dashing. But there are places where you won't see them dash, and that's just because it's faster to walk.
And Joe's finished rescuing his fair maiden, setting up for this scripted fight, as I would often hear. You can pretty much just kind of cheese this fight by placing yourself in certain positions.
Yeah, there's a quick kill. There's a quick kill that works every time. This fight is completely scripted if you do it same time every time. 100%.
I think it's when you take a death. Is it when you take a death, or what else can happen that might
based on your movement, actually, as far as I know. He will do different things based on your position in the room. But it might be death. That's definitely mess with RNG. But you can basically control that fight to do the same thing every time. From what I've been told.
I'm gonna get up time. He's gonna go save Runner Watcher 2.
Yeah. So obviously that dungeon, the trick there is you think that you're saving the Crystal Maiden, but then of course Blind appears and is like a giant demon monster.
Yeah, it's a huge metaphor to play off the fact that, you know, if you follow your heart blindly, you will get hurt.
Don't know if that's why, but that's really cool.
That's what I read in the instruction manual.
Oh, really?
But then again, no.
I was like, wow, they went really in depth with the backstory of one of the maidens.
Just one of them, yeah, and everyone else got neglected.
That's how it is in Link Between Worlds. But here we go. We are going to begin the Temper Sword. So this saves, like, a lot of time. Master Sword is bad. Unfortunately, the sword to kill all evil does need 2 dwarves to work on it to actually do much.
This is actually one of my favorite parts because you get a sword upgrade and then you get to reunite these brothers. Reunited and it feels so good. Yeah. Because they understood that Link needs a sword upgrade. I'm pretty sure that they're not going to go golden sword, correct?
Nope, most runners will not go golden sword. So it takes about 2 minutes to get the golden sword, and Silver Arrow's golden sword only saves like 1.5 minutes or something.
Bye, Runner Watcher.
Keku is grab it.
Keku's gonna take
Powder.
the safety. Yeah,
Yeah, so
really good, smart choice.
powder is the best safety.
I heard that it's pretty much the last safety you want to drop, or one of the last.
There are people who got like 128s with powder. There may or may not have been somebody who got 127 with powder. The powder is really good.
Incredible, yes. It's just Back on track. All right, Keku's gonna start his trek over to the Dark World and then start on Thieves Town. Meanwhile, Joe, about to enter the this treacherous place. Actually, this dungeon's not too bad.
That is a fun fact in chat. Yeah, with the Titan mitts, we can now take the faster walk to the warp in Cadrico. Not all fun facts are true, though, as it turns out. But we're gonna see another bomb jump here. And there it is.
Easy.
So here's the fire rod. Cool weapon. You can also just death hole. Not death hole. That's a major glitch. Don't do death hole. You can drop down into a hole and teleport to a door, and so that's a little faster that room. You can also bonk over if you want to preserve your hearts. That's something that some people will do. Also, if you grab this key here, it is an optional key. You don't have to kill a guy later on.
Yo, okay, so Keku's gonna want to be really careful as well. No, he actually has an anti-fairy coming up, right? Is it an anti-fairy? It should be in this next room.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's good. Enough to get him through Hellway.
Yeah, there's also one at the top of the hallway if you're low but not low enough that you need it to get through.
Oh, yo, hold on. I just noticed. So, did Joe use that pause buffer to help him with the Gibdo?
Maybe?
Because that's what it looked like. He dashed right up to position himself for the Gibdo, and then he paused buffer to switch.
Oh no! He wanted to use this fire rod, and now he's out of magic. Oh.
Oh well, I mean, again, still, he has a strong lead nonetheless. He should.
So Gibdos drop magic sometimes. There it is. Yeah.
Good job.
They do drop full a lot of the time.
Yeah, maybe he just wanted to reset the fight. You know.
No, I'm pretty sure he wanted to move. So the fire rod you'll sometimes shoot out. Yeah. That's unfortunate. So the fire rod will like usually position him better.
I see.
He was trying to get his mirror out was good. That's what he wants at the end of the fight.
Maybe he had his mirror out to kind of just reflect on how he can get that fight going, you know.
Oh, okay. Joe's saying that the tip of his nail. That's understandable because on the controller you're using, sometimes buttons really close together. That was unfortunate. Luckily, he's still about half of a dungeon and a half ahead right now.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It should be.
Yeah, not even half a dungeon. Like a dungeon, like just over a dungeon.
Like a dungeon in like a quarter or something. All right. Well, next up, I believe is Ice Palace. Okay, Keku, getting it nice.
Well, Ice Palace
One.
after a somewhat lengthy quested, we have to pick up a few required items here.
Oh, Keku. Did he catch a fairy? No, he game overed.
He never got a bottle or anything. Okay, so now this fight is harder to do.
Bottle, yeah.
So the crit kill is based on you starting at the top of the room, but Blind does not start there. Normally, he starts just where you drop him off, and then you don't get to start at the top. So you have to deal with him in all of his full random feeling glory.
All right, well, bless RNG. Here we go, Keku.
So he deals 2 damage with his body, and 1 damage if you hit him. If you hit any of his projectiles in the room, and as you can tell, this fight starts to get a little difficult. The heads also deal 2 damage. There are 3 on the way to the fight. You can also grab a fairy if you wanted.
Just 2 rooms over.
Yeah.
At the very least, you have a full life.
Yeah, sword beams on the Ray fight make it significantly easier, as Greenham said in chat.
Just coughing up the dough, and that Zora is coughing up the fake, well, the true flippers, the not fake flippers. I think they're called flippers.
Yeah, they are the true flippers. So they let you swim in water. We need those for Swamp Palace. Actually, we don't need them for anything else, because we can fake flipper to everything else. So.
Oh, Keku. Solidarity, though, he's sticking through. Knows he wants this fight. Joe's now approaching Ice Palace, and we'll be entering it in the next 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, he is gonna go get the bunny beans. Or sorry, the anti-fairy.
There we go. Yeah, it's just a good way. Just some insurance at least to give him some extra. Oh, don't get trolled by those little dragon dudes.
Oh, and he got actually horsemen.
What?
They're horse heads.
They're horse
I think
heads?
so. That's what the people have told me, is that they're horsemen.
What? What do they look like? Dragons and breathe fire? Fire-breathing horses.
I don't know.
The imagination. Wow.
Well, because everyone turns into an animal in Dark World.
Oh, there we go. Oh, good job at least. Keku surviving, winning.
Just needed well, and that one he actually gets through with only taking 3 damage. Yeah, they're called Zaziks. But as far as I know, they are horse people.
It's actually pretty cool. Wow. Here we go.
Wow, position. First try, and then an item dash, and then a block. Wow, that's really clean. Insane. Oh, horse. Well, I mean, I know that their name wasn't actually Horsehead. I just want to clarify that.
Yeah, the name's Head Horse. Joe is pretty much almost done.
Yeah, this dungeon is super fast. It's kind of a blink and you miss it. You're like, blink. Oh, Cold Stare. Where'd you come from? We don't have to play. We don't actually play this dungeon. We employ a bomb jump to skip an extremely long puzzle. This dungeon requires you to loop through it like 2.5 times to beat it. Hidden lights, hidden crystal switches throughout.
Oh, there we
There's
go.
the poke dash strat.
Yeah.
Wow, perfect.
Optimal. That was really beautifully executed. Nice done and well job to that as well. And Keku's reuniting his dwarves. Never thought I would say that on speed gaming. Yes, just having himself a nice pace.
Yeah, this is Ice Palace at sub 56. I don't know. Someone mentioned I don't know if it's world record pace. If it is, then how? I mean, you know, now that I think about it, second place. Yeah, it's obviously not that, but
I mean,
you know what? Second place is a fall to Moldorm.
I'm pretty sure everyone's on world record pace when they're mashing through their uncle's text.
True. Oh no, probably actually not. Mashing in this game actually has a technique to it. Apparently, is what I've heard. It's not just mashing. There's also something about L and R that I try to do, and I'm never actually sure if I'm doing it. But you can clear the last tet spots by pressing L and R. So that's cool. Oh, no stuck mummy today. For either runner.
Joe has his swamp palace nice and readied. Nice and swampy. Giving it the good old Shrek treatment.
Yeah, Swamp Palace is another dungeon that fairly quick. No, it isn't. That's a joke. It's actually probably one of the longer dungeons. It's about 10. It feels like 10 minutes. I don't think it's actually that long. So you're gonna see quite a few item dashes here and there. Because there's lots of pots in the way, so using your hammer to get rid of them. If you're wondering why a dungeon so late uses the hammer so much, it's actually because it's supposed to be the second dungeon. We do these dungeons completely out of order. We do 1, 4, 3, 5, 2, 6, 7, and some runners will do 6, 2, 7 instead, and that's if you're going for silver arrows.
Keku's skipping that mummy hallway. And he's going to use the powder for this bunny beam and getting it just in time. Good safety.
Yeah, very good safety grabbing that room. Using his last fire rod charge to kill that guy.
That's a safe strat as well. It sure is pretty much the kill, and the fact that you will get your key without any complications in that room. Alright. Joe will be picking up his big key sometime soon.
Really
good kill. There we go.
That room, the room that Joe was in, I get hit in that a lot, but And so here there's actually a way to get the hook shot. He gets it. I don't know how to do that, but you can hook shot if you're on the right pixel and get through without walking there. That's really cool to see. Yeah, using lots of dashes in this dungeon.
It's a beautiful way to execute that room.
Oh wow, the jelly was just like, go by, no worries today. Not even gonna make you kill me. So that jelly will just start shocking right away, so it's actually faster to walk in that room and then kill him with the hook shot that you have equipped.
Keku just traveling through the overworld. He's gonna be picking up his Quake, his flippers. And get a good start on Ice Palace. Some really good Michael Phelps swimming for Joe. And getting started on Argus.
Yeah. Argus, lots of little puffballs. You can do this really quickly, like Joe is doing. Wow, he sniped that guy.
That was a really good.
That was really good. Okay, he gets 1 spin and 2 spin. Put him right in the corner. That was insane. That was an insane Argus. That was an insane swamp, actually.
Okay, Keku. Now paying up his fee for some flippers. Joe only has should be 2 dungeons left, and then GT, right?
Yep. He'll be going to Meyer, Turtle Rock, then GT. Meyer is fairly quick. There's a lot. Meyer's a giant dungeon, but most of it is just completely useless. It's just trap rooms and rupee rooms and stuff like that. But first, we have to grab the ether from Death Mountain
In order to even grant us access into Meyer. Whoa, that was a calculated stop.
Yeah, that was really good. Wow.
Just greeting that little dead rock. Give me that little.
Yeah, if you know what you're doing.
Salutation.
If you know what you're doing, like, you can stop on a dime, but you're moving so fast, it's hard to do.
All right. Keku's just having a safe.
Yeah, and
Oh,
Joe.
he's gonna use that powder, right? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Joe
Using
grabbing.
the powder on the bunny beam.
Yeah. Joe grabbing Ice Rod now, so he is now able to just keep going through the dungeons. He only needs 1 more item to beat the game, and that is the Pain of Samaria.
Which he will pick up, of course, here in Meyer. He's also playing safe here. He wants to essentially you just want to have the most hearts as possible, along with a fair amount of bombs for this bomb jump. Really good job. There we are. There's 1 artist falling, so he holds on tight for dear life and is through. All right, let's see this this one cycle.
Yeah,
This is a
this is
really
an
beautiful
insane
room.
room. Wow. Okay. Yep. There it is.
Excellent. Yeah, everything was in like perfect positioning.
So that room is actually one of the cooler rooms in my, or one of the cooler rooms in the game. It just can really show. It's one of the cooler. It's definitely the coolest combat room in the game.
Okay, Kaku is now just a few moments from Cold Stare.
He made sure to grab. You need full magic going in Cold Stare or Bombos. So he has full magic.
Yeah, and it's really important that you don't miss anything. Even though, yeah, Cold Stare is stationary. Better to play it safe. Oh, really nice fight.
Yeah,
Good
that was
job,
really
Kaku.
clean.
Wow. Pretty sure he has to be content with that one. The longest stomach grumble of the game. Just gonna make his way or back to the main room. And then we'll head over to the east side of that room in order to pick up his cane. Gonna save himself a little bit of time here, using his hook shot to grab onto that block and then dash right up. Excellent maneuvering. It's like some really smooth movement, or some smoothment. Keku's gonna get into the dark world from here. He's getting ready for a swamp palace.
Yeah, so he'll also be sticking with Silverless. Oh, nice bond strap there.
Really nice.
I also love the item dash there, Samaria item dash. I don't think he hit that. He did.
Well, there you go.
That was cool. Sneaking past the anti-fairy there.
Excellent pause buffer right there to just save himself a little bit of time.
Doing damage boost shots.
There we go. Beautiful. That was just...
Yeah, no, that was great. Leaving with only 2 hearts left. But you get full refill, so who cares?
Yeah, it's worth going the YOLO. Now Keku has a... There we go. Just waiting for the place to flood up. Flood up, what up? And then here at the hookshot room, just gonna pick up his key, gain access into the switch just to fill up this other section with water. And then we'll pick up his hookshot. Be ready to face Argus. Yep, Joe just trying to get some. And it happens again! Alright. He has to reset. He keeps bonking to the little squirrel. Poor squirrel never saw it, you know. I saw it coming. Is he still gonna risk it? Oh, okay, good. Made it through.
You see that happen twice in a row. It's a little annoying. Those guys are awful.
Keku. Doing a little quick drop. A little dance. Hitting with this big K. There we go. Now Joe can get started on his last dungeon.
I think Joe expressing his shock at the double requirement to flute away.
Just likes to play a little music for the squirrels. That's some nice and going.
Now, it looked like Joe typed. For people who don't understand this, we're restreaming a stream, so the runners are like a good 30-ish, 40-ish seconds ahead. That's why you'll sometimes see them type while they're moving on screen. Just curious, if you're ever curious about that. It's not like they're stopping to play.
Nah, they definitely not stopping to play. They're probably just typing with their feet. It's the power of multitasking.
Got you finishing up Swamp Palace on the left side there. Grabbing the extra hearts here. And then the berries will drop a heart, depending on where on the table you are.
Oh,
Ooh, chain shots, please. Oh, and he ate the block! Come on.
Gotta get a good recovery here. Nice.
Yeah. Oh,
should be fine. Oh no! Running for dear life. That was good though. He's gonna have a really good room there, despite getting chomped.
Chain chomps are the worst.
They hit really, really hard.
I want to say 6 hearts. Got the key though. That's what actually matters, because he can just walk through here now.
Unscathed. Just how. Gosh, those chomps were out for blood. First blood.
Well, unfortunately, we won't see 0 games played.
Okay, just mashing. Keku now also has 2 dungeons left. Joe on his last one.
No, I think they hit either the same or Ganon hits for 8? Ganon hits for a lot. He might hit for even more than that. Maybe 12? I can't remember how much Ganon hugs you for. But it's the majority of your health. Oh wait, it's 4? No, I'm pretty sure it's more than 4. Yeah, it's for 8, 4, 2. Okay, yeah, it's 8. 8 and 4. That's what it is. I should have trusted myself. Thank you, chat.
Chat's always there to help.
Going through here, Joe bonking through that door. It's a weird room. Those skulls don't got nothing in them. Ow! Sneaking in there. That was really cool.
Yeah, that movement was actually fluid.
I thought he was gonna go for the bonk strip, but no, he just walked. Interesting then, when you have the hood shot out, everything keeps moving. Everything keeps moving, and then what is it? Chat. Everything keeps moving, but you can't be damaged. So like you can get past the fire bars without taking damage in that room doing it like that.
Good job on Keku here. Remembering the ice rod. It's really important. I mean, you don't want to end up forgetting a major item.
You don't want to be on a 10-minute PB early in your career and completely forget the ice rod and only realize it when you enter Trinex. You don't want that to happen. Or be in a tournament race and have that happen.
Really good round there for Joe. All he has to do is just
this fight is so good when done well. Like that.
Excellent.
That was insane.
Keku with a nice recovery here. This has one more tangible kill. There we go. Making it through. And the Premier's going to maneuver over to this spiky room, pick up one key, and then traverse right back to the west side. I mean, just the left side of this room.
Yeah, we'll be in the other key in that room when we walk back through that room. Yeah, if you want to get good at this game, thanks to a wonderful man named Poor Little Pincus, we have probably the coolest resource in all of speedrunning for ALTTP, and that is the Link to the Past practice hat. It comes pre-built with save states and teleports and presets for every single room in the game. It's pretty insane. You can practice room by room with frame counts and everything. It's beautiful. But we are in Ganon's Tower. We have to get the big key from the Ice Armos. So in this dungeon, we're going to refight all of the Light World bosses. And the first up will be Armos in a little bit. There's a lot of ways to do these rooms. The Gauntlet, which is the top part of this dungeon, has many ways to mitigate the RNG of the movement of the enemies. It has a really good strat right there, the boomerang with the hook shot. It also sets up your items that you have hook shot out, which is good because you want it for this room, and it helps with a few others. We also use the hook shot here to bypass a few warps. And that bond is always really cool to me, bonding past that warp. Really clean. Wow, that was really cool by Joe.
Yeah, he didn't even get touched by his explosion there, and by that anti-fairy, so that was pretty calced. And the text, I mean, I'm speaking too soon, but obviously, as you can tell, he got it. Textbook kill there on the Armos Redux. Okay, Keku is now sitting up for his dash. It's quite alright.
So the after shortly we'll be in a bunch of rooms affectionately called the Gauntlet. 5 rooms with combat increasingly difficult over time.
Pretty sure it would be in it's fairly safe for Keku if he wants to just, yeah, powder this anti-fairy just once to be on the safe side. Gets ready to pretty much take a little bath here with the Visine or the Clarins or whatever that commercial is. Your eye drops of choice, helping Vitreous see just a little clearer what it's like to be dead. Keku has felled the one-eyed monster.
I'm not bet Joe went back into that room and then fell down a hole. That was weird. I think he tried to dash on and then slipped back into the hole. Sometimes those like doors are like suction cups. Suction cups? No. They're like whirlpools sucking you in, and other times they are obtuse and you can never get past them. You bonk on the, like you bonk in the door somehow. But yeah.
Keku just don't mind Keku, by the way. Everyone just pay attention to the right screen. He's just gonna Keku is gonna splice his run just a little bit. Joking, no. Isn't this the longest text? I don't remember if that was actually true
Is
or
it
not.
Meyer or isn't it Ice?
Can't remember which one was
4, 5, or 6 is the longest, but I don't remember which one right now. It's either Thievestown, Ice, or Meyer. Oh, okay. Wow, I'm completely wrong. Yeah, cool.
Fake news. Well, there we go. Now it's clarified, and we'll never make that mistake again.
I don't think I said any sources. I was just going. I said my memory. But JoeDamillio at the end of the gauntlet. Found that full magic. Yeah, 1 slash or dash and a spin, and you're good. Showing on the chest right as it spawns. Well, that's a really cool damage boost setup. I need to steal that.
Yeah, that is that.
Joe is so cool.
Again, it's all about the consistency. And I mean, honestly, this fight isn't really too bad at all. So I don't remember. I think you do get a refill, right, after this fight?
Yeah, unfortunately what could have been a double turned into a double, but required a little bit more work on Joe's part.
Man, the jukes, I swear.
That was
There
a really
we
good
go.
triple. Jeez.
Yeah. What a good job.
That was a really good adder fight. Keku going through, starting the start of Little Rock. We'll see how he fares. He is one shot away. He did the fairy drop and the full magic.
That's a really, really good.
Wow.
Just be safe. Just be safe.
Oh! The change up did go up.
That was amazing. That's a really good dodge.
Good He's like, no, I'll just wait, see what the chain chomp does. Okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah, here's Ganon. We need to hit him a few times.
So nice positioning there for Joe. Excellent.
Joe. Oh no. Here's Ganon's artwork. So these are, as far as I know, completely random. I don't know if so Adonam has guaranteed warps. It's like a 50-50 if he warps or not or something. Or sorry, if he shoots a blue ball. I actually don't know on Ganon what it is. This is a really, really good silverless fight, by the way. Oh, he tried to snipe an extra hit there.
It was a good attempt, either way.
He gets it there, though. Wow, this is insane!
Oh, he's close to get it that time. Joe doing an excellent job there. Getting another hit.
Oh, somebody didn't see got a silverless slash in there.
Perfect.
Good. Oh man.
And
that was...
time should be coming up for Joe in just a few seconds. So nice, nice bonk there for Keku, being able to dodge the roller. And GG.
And GG to
there
Joe.
we are for JoeDamillio. Finishing up within speed racing official time of 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 25 seconds. Congratulations on the victory.
We'll see Keku finish up. Nice use of the red cane there.
Yeah, I saw him practicing that earlier, and it's figured it was worth stealing. Joking. No, that's a really good strat. Nice job on Keku. Approaching. Oh, actually, he's gonna powder this just for the safety. Have himself a nice.
Nice, he's doing this strat. I like it.
Man, those puppies.
Going back.
Oh. Yeah, he wants to be. He looks like he wants to be full. Just does not want to risk dying.
So interesting fact about powdered fairies. They stay on the screen forever until you leave. They don't expire. It's only drop fairies that expire. This is an interesting little fact. If it starts running away from you, you can go and chase it. It won't despawn. One time I got a random bush fairy and ran for it. Just made me sad. But oh, that's a lot of misses. You don't have a lot of extra magic for this fight. So he's does he have enough?
Yeah, I feel like he does.
Oh, okay, yeah. Luckily, the ice head takes less slashes, so you have a bit more room for error there. Ooh, that was close. Okay. We're good though. We got the double there.
Yeah, double. Good
I
job.
heard the double golden. There it is. That was really good.
Kill. All Keku has left to go is his cannon tower. Here we go with these maidens. Always have something to say. Yeah, so essentially everything that the maiden is saying or is telling Keku right there in Japanese actually translates to what chat is saying. Essentially, go Keku, go. So that's fairly spot on. Nice, nice translation there, chat. You guys are beautiful.
Only one dungeon left to go. It's the funnest one to do. I love the movement and the combat in Ganon's Tower. It's just a fun time for me.
All right, and begin, Keku. Time starts now.
No, it's time started an hour and 32 minutes ago.
Yeah, but now he's really to show off the tech. Come on, Keku, show us what you made of. Remember what good old Uncle Thuffy taught you. Nice, just play a little game of whack-a-mole.
So
bouncing around in the bouncy house.
If that does happen, you can actually just hit it top and down. The block will actually move up and down. Worst case. Some people don't actually know that. I found that out one day by experimenting because I had missed the bumper, like Ketu did. So I was like, I wonder if this works.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it does. It's awesome.
Movement, crisp and clean.
You actually don't need the torch key.
Oh, correct. No. Although you can't pick it up if you want. Excellent juke there.
You just did key upstairs in a different spot. I think this is what it is.
There we go. He's going. Chad, trust me, alright? You can stop flexing. He's going, I promise. Look, this is Keku you're talking about. He's definitely gonna show you what type of man he is.
Well, when he was alive, he wasn't the kind of man to fall down holes.
Yeah.
At least one person will get my reference.
What are you feeling with that anti-fairy? Playing it safe. Here comes this gimmick revisit. Just spamming. Just let them all hit.
You didn't run out of arrows this time.
Yeah, good job, actually.
Yay. Grabbed in extra arrows.
Just to be on the safe side.
And grabbing the red male safety, which I like. I forgot it in my tournament race. Was not intentional to skip. Definitely don't forget this if you still need it, because it makes Ganon so much more easy. Oh man.
Oh, I think I tend to forget about.
You're so excited when you pick up the big key, you just want to go.
Pretty much. Yeah, I always end up taking a whole bunch of dying to deaths.
Also, the gauntlet. It's also underestimated how much easier it is to go through the gauntlet when things are not doing 2 hearts of damage to you.
With being able to move their position, getting himself to the arrows. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness for red mail. Here's the mail. What, how's it go? I forgot. Man, Blue's Clues. It's been forever. It never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. Oh, debating himself again. Nice. He just wanted to lock out those little metal sea urchins. Nice calculated tech. Dodging the balls of. Oh, he's going for this safety. I actually commend him for going for this. Getting himself a couple of fairies
His
here.
opponent went for it too, so.
I mean,
his opponent also did that same thing where he got sucked into that room. That's kind of cute.
I guess it's just a nod to Joe.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Wow, that was really cool.
That was good.
Wow, that was really nice. Room 2 went by pretty good too. Room 3 is still pretty good. That guy stayed. I was worried he was gonna keep moving. Gets the cut. Wow.
Yeah,
This RNG.
This is
like,
really good.
So well. This is really good. Gauntlet movement. Uh oh. Oh, he got sniped because that's pretty much gonna happen if that eye sees you. That was really good. That was a really, really, really good gauntlet. That last room was a little fishy, but
yeah,
the last one was the hardest.
I think Keku might have wanted to take that damage boost just to place him right in the center, and then he could just dash out. Oh.
There we go. Clean land walls. That was insane. Sick gauntlet.
There you go. There's Keku trying to finish strong, trying to bring it home. And that last Wizrobe should be approaching the near end.
Doing this room, gets that pot, and there we go.
It's
He's gonna need that full
big
magic at the top of the room here.
yeah, top right here. And he's good. Very convenient.
Nice.
Oh,
fairy
another
drop.
fairy.
He cycled back around the drop pool. That happens a bit in this dungeon.
Yeah, but it's because you're always killing. I mean, a gauntlet forces you to kill everything anyway.
Yeah. One spin, one dash, or slide, don't fall.
Oh, okay, yeah, looks like he's fine. Nice.
Yeah, he also didn't poke it. Poking that boss after spinning him, bad news.
Keku not memeing. Nice. Proud of him. Proud of him. He's matured. Good job, Keku.
I'm not.
I didn't you actually. I think you did go for it, right?
Yes. I was also 30 minutes behind my opponent, so.
Figured why not.
But Keku going into Adder 2.
Bless RNG for that 2 round. Bless RNG for that 2 round.
sadly, no RNG mitigation in the vanilla game. These runners will just have to deal with completely different patterns.
Look at that pattern. Attempt. And that blue ball from the real Aghanim. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. He wants him to do it. Good job there. All he has left is Ganon, the pig man himself, the man bear pig. He's half man, half bear, half pig.
I saw there's no actual bear enemies in this game.
No, none.
Oh. He's there in the ferry. He wants to be extra sure he doesn't die. I like it. I think if you bonk that tree from the top, you always get the ferry. Like it just goes inside of you. Good dashing on those stairs.
Getting that. Right, alright, Keku. That's what you're made of.
Ooh, gets the, I can't remember what that technique's called. Oh, you're inside. Intentionally went inside. This damn fight's beautiful.
He actually did. Just,
He got it. Oh, he did.
I mean, he locked himself in that mosh pit. Yeah, good job, Keku.
Red male strats, boys. Seriously, he would have died if he wasn't on red mail. That was really good.
Man, everything Keku does is calculated, so he's fine here.
I'm pretty sure he saved the time picking up red mail with the way he did this fight. That's really cool. Torchlit, yay. We never explained that. If you light the torch before the other torch, he lights, the other torch stays lighted for the entire room.
Alright, just gonna get the torch here, waiting for him to get back on this side for an easy splash. Slash again.
Wait, because you got both the lights to deal damage to Ganon.
Yes.
This is actually a glitch that we're technically doing, by the way. You're supposed to have to hit him with silver arrows, but if you do spin or a spin or a sword, as he's moving away, he has a hitbox for a short period of time. So it's a very minor glitch.
Pig has been felled. Keku can breathe easy. Come give Daddy a hug, Keku.
Yeah, Keku and Joe, feel free to jump in.
And GG, Keku is finished on the Speed Racing TV site with an official time of 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 29 seconds. Good game. Remember to follow both of these runners. Commendable runs, beautiful tactics that they've, and excellent playing skills. Yeah, do you guys want to talk, huh? Do you guys want to give us a little powwow? Oh, well, yeah, they wasted no time. Welcome.
And welcome, JoeDamillio.
You are live with Speed Gaming.
Morning.
Good morning and congratulations on your win. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing okay. I slept for a good 10 minutes before the race, and
That's-
I honestly almost would have missed it, but I had one of the weirdest dreams of my life where me, Josh RTA, and our boy Christos Owen, we did a exclusive SRL race where we ate a donut as fast as possible. And
who
needless
won?
to say, Chris did.
Oh,
Nice.
And yeah, that dream was just so weird that I woke up like 10 minutes before the race. I was like, what just happened?
I mean, maybe we could possibly see that on Speed Gaming later. And Keku is here as well. Keku, how are you?
I'm all right.
Like you holding it down.
I tried my best.
You guys did well. I liked how both you guys ran. You guys really held your own. Good job for you guys. How do you feel about your run, Keku?
I feel like I could have done a lot better if it wasn't for the that bad blind fight. You know, I had to fight him 3 times, but it happens. Make mistakes, you know.
Yeah. Not having to slash the ice armos is annoying and stressful too, especially since it's so early in the run. Sorry, not ice armos, regular armos.
Also, what I wanted to point out, because this is something that usually tends to go over like people's heads, but Joe, your style of playing, you go usually for the more consistent strats. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, pretty much that. I just like, I had to really learn that the hard way too. That like, you know, I'm just unable to do a lot of the really fast stuff, and you know, it was either that or completely mess up period and lose a bunch of time, and just eventually over time it really just came to the point where I had to come to accept that and just, you know, work around my skill level, I guess, and try to, you know, there would be some rooms in the game where I just couldn't do anything, like any available strats, so you know, I had to take the labor to sit there and just come up with whatever at all that I could, regardless of speed, as long as, you know, it's consistent. Then
Well, I mean, yeah, you don't have to do the literal frame perfect strat in every single room. You can lose like a frame. You can lose frames or even half a second to a second in a room here, but get it every single time. You're gonna do that. You're gonna be much more consistent.
oh, absolutely. And you could still get a pretty low time with that,
like you mean,
you know, my
like
PB
your
is a
PB?
yeah, like that's a 1:24:48, and that has a 2-minute Ganon. So in reality, I could still get like a low 1:24, maybe a 1:23, but that would like really be pushing it.
Yeah.
But still,
I
you know,
mean,
either way, you know, if
I mean,
you if you can learn to play within your own skill level, you can get a really low time regardless. It's only when you're trying to get at that record level, or I'd say like a mid 123, higher 123, where, you know, you're not going to have those choices anymore, and you'll have to play, you know, at that more genuinely optimized level, like selling a WQ, even Dark Mind Demon and Pincus's level.
Yeah,
mean,
that's why I wanted
Pincus's
to like point
record-
that out.
Yeah, Pincus. I mean, even when you say that, Pincus's record has a fall to Moldorm, which is like
Yeah.
15 to 20 seconds lost, and it's still a 1-2-3, which I think you can take that and be like, wow, you can get a low time in this game taking like consistent strats. I mean, some people take safeties like Powder all the way down to like 1-2-7, 1-2-6. So like,
Oh yeah.
I just mentioned it because I know that with the huge growth in what has been, you know, learning to speed run A Link to the Past, it just really kind of goes to show that consistency really is usually the way to go.
Yeah, that really is
for
key.
a lot of things.
Yeah.
So don't think that you always have to like show off. Like you can put the time and effort for that, but I mean honestly, being able to put the practice in to just get consistent and being able to flow through the game as smoothly as possible, that should bring your times down.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then
Agreed.
Keku.
Yo.
Keku, I mean, you've been making progress yourself. You've right before the tournament, you ended up hitting, what was it, a 138, 137 or something?
Oh, 137. Yeah, when the tournament sign-ups started, or like not started, but when I heard about the tournament, I was like, I have to get back into Link to the Past and MG. So my PB was like a 147, and then just like a month ago, I got that 137. I've been taking a couple breaks though because IRL stuff, but been trying to be as consistent as I can, and things happen. Like I mean, you guys all know how it is with speed runs. Like you do a good run, and all of a sudden something just happens, and you're like, oh gosh. But you just gotta keep on trying, and I'll keep on trying for sure. I want to get that sub 130 one day.
Yeah, you definitely can.
That's good sportsmanship right there. Do you guys have any other words for each other, or maybe for like chat, or just
good luck against Dode, Chohedron.
Yeah, just good luck to everybody in the tournament in general, and shout out to the people running it as well. It's been going really, really smooth. I've been part of other tournaments that are, sometimes I have to wait 3 weeks, 4 weeks until a match and stuff, but this one is just, running like a nice, smooth water faucet, I guess.
I want to put that out too. Yeah, this tournament has been organized by a really great staff.
Yeah.
Not counting the speed gaming staff, but like the organizer, like who is it? Like Carcat, Greenham,
Cristo, Scrivo.
Scrivo, yeah. So like, props to them. Really, really, really amazing work.
Yeah, like this is probably one of the most professional. I've been involved in a lot of these, from like commentating to playing to just chilling, and this is like the staff really are taking this like dead serious, and it's very welcome to have a community so into it and that cares so much about their game. So yeah, big props to Greenham and Scrivo and Carcat. And again, I think Christos is a mod, but I'm not sure. Yeah, huge props. It's awesome.
And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was a Link to the Past. No major glitches, any percent category.
I almost got that zero cycle on. I almost got that zero cycle on Argus. I just realized.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I was like, oh, what did I do right? Never mind. Anyway.
No, you did quite a bit right. Your gauntlet was insane. That gauntlet was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Holy crap. I was like, wow, everything's lining up, and he's taking advantage of it. Whoa, that's always cool when things line up and you take advantage of it. It's awesome.
I'm sure it went way better than mine. Hopefully nobody was watching my screen during that segment.
Oh
no, all eyes were on there. So, but either way, like, still, you guys pulled through. You guys, at the end of the day, we're here to have fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's all about.
For sure. Yeah. Well, thanks everybody. I would like to give a shout out to everybody that woke up or stayed up for this match. It is what, 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 2 o'clock my time, so
yeah, it's 8 in the morning, East Coast.
Yeah. But just want to point out, we VODs for this tournament will be up within a couple of days. Just keep a lookout and watch the YouTube, Speed Gaming's YouTube, or see the reruns and stuff.
Yeah, shout out
right?
for people who don't know, Ketu does it basically organizes all of the highlights, the reruns, all that stuff, all those extra videos and stuff. Shout outs to you, man, for righting the ship and doing a lot of background work that is super useful and doesn't really get like noticed as much. Like you don't understand that there's like a lot of labor that goes into the highlights, and you organize all that.
My man kekumanshoyu holding it down.
So there are more tournaments today. I think Dark Souls started today. The tournament.
Nice.
There was like a match earlier.
That's cool.
So that's old bosses. If you want to sign up for the randomizer tournament and you missed it, there was a hard cap on that. So if you want to sign up, you can, and you're put on a waiting list for that now. So if people drop out, taking the NMG tournament, I think like 50 or 60 people dropped out. So seriously, if you do want to play, sign up. There will be some dropouts for sure before the tournament starts.
We also have another tournament coming up, which is the Super Mario Odyssey Bingo Tournament.
Oh yeah, that one's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, so I mean, if any of you do run SMO and want to try this out, go ahead. There's a sign up somewhere. We'll post it up somewhere, but yeah.
Yeah, if you don't have a capture card, that community is like super chill. You can totally just point a camera at your Switch and like they're cool with it. So if you really want to play bingo, it's there. You can. It's really fun to play SMO bingo. Like it's seriously try it. Try it casually.
And then also we have a few more matches for this tournament in general later today. The next one would be at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be Crusader versus Eddie DMD. It's going to be on the same channel, Speed Gaming. And you have Zelda's TV going to be doing the commentary. So stay tuned for that one. And the ones that follow, a few more. We have Gerdo versus, I think that says Aeror. I think it's at 2 p.m. So yeah, several. That's also going to be on Speed Gaming, and then the rest are going to be spread out to the other Speed Gaming channels. But make sure to be on the lookout.
Sorry, that's the speed police picking up my dead run here.
Oh gosh! Oh no! All right. Anyway, I'm
I gotta head out.
I'm off. It's 2 a.m. like I said. So GG, Joe. I look forward to your next race and look forward to other races as well, everybody.
Thank you. You as well, Keku.
Everyone have a good night, good morning, good afternoon. Take care.
Morning.
See you next mission.
Yeah. Deer Force?